you mentioned you had an awakening that changed your life. Was that the similar kind of thing that is that what you realized, was that you can do these things, that everybody's different and it's just like taking personal responsibility? Or, can you go into a little bit about the
Yeah,
awakening?
yeah. So when it comes to an awakening, it doesn't have to be like a thing. It doesn't have to be like this crazy tragic thing happened and then all of a sudden you're like enlightened. It can be done through some education, and it can be done through uh, what is known as personal development. If you Google that and YouTube that, I actually, just a side note, I don't really Google anything anymore because the way that Google is trying to control what you find, and not that YouTube doesn't, but I know that YouTube is owned by Google. But I have found better educational stuff, and for me personally, video is superior than just being able to read something. But I do a lot of searches through YouTube. And if you look up personal development through YouTube, you'll find some really great speakers. And I know some people will think, oh, great, motivational, Tony Robbins, personal development, right? But a lot of these things really can change your life because I just don't think that we think enough about ourselves from the inside out. I think we maybe in our heads we're like, oh, if I listen to some music, like that'll get me hyped for the gym, right? Like, and you just have these things that you gravitate towards. If I have some caffeine, it's going to wake me up. If I do this, it's going to do that. But you're not really thinking like on a deeper level, such as something like meditation, right? Which somebody might think, oh, that's corny or weird. Well, meditation could be something that if you do some meditating now, by the time you're 30, 40, 50, 70, and so on, maybe that'll pay off to the point where you live a better and a fuller life because you manage stress better because you meditate. You just don't know what these things are going to lead to. So in my opinion, it's really, really valuable that you poke around and you try to educate yourself. When you look at the internet now and you look at something like Instagram, there's some really great things to it and there's some really bad things to it. One of the great things about the internet is that you can search and you can look for every single thing that you love and that you like. And then from there, things are modeled after what you've looked at previously, and you're thrown more stuff that you like. And that's the reason why when we're watching TV, we get disinterested and we start thumbing through our phone so much. A lot of it has to do with that the phone and the stuff that we're looking at is more personalized towards the things that we're gravitating towards. And when it comes to that kind of stuff, you'll have to be careful that you're not getting trapped into things that you don't really love, into things that you don't really like that much. Like, looking at some girl's butt, yeah, you can be like, oh my God, that girl looks great, right? But like, what is that really doing anything else, right? Like, is that, if you're with somebody or you're married, then it's definitely not a great thing to be dabbling in too much, because you have to keep in mind that we end up becoming our very own thoughts, and we start to drift away from our core values and stuff. And you don't have to be a robot, and you don't have to be a lunatic about it, but I think that you kind of catch my drift.